is what made you want to do research in a thesis on cyberbullying in youth?
Oh, that's a great question. So I've always been interested in media effects on young people. As someone who also grew up in a digital age, I learned firsthand just how impressionable young people are when it comes to using social media and watching like mature content on TV shows. And there can be risks involved from harmful messages, receiving harmful messages at a young age, and also the interactions that we have with people online that can be really detrimental to our mental health, to our wellness, like we also saw in the show 13 Reasons Why. And so I wanted to do my research on cyberbullying and media effects so that I could contribute to making a positive difference to help protect teenagers, navigating this media world. And I really focused on what parents could do to help with that.
Yeah, what did you find? Like, how do you think parents and youth can better protect themselves from cyberbullying on social media?
So through my study, I found that, or this was through a pilot study before my thesis, I I learned that when parents are involved with their children's media use, when they use it together versus saying like you can do this, you can't do that. They're using it together, watching shows together, being friends on Instagram together, or some version of that. Uh, it shows that children or teenagers are less likely to experience cyberbullying and less likely to have low self esteem.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a great because I was talking with Professor Peebles and yesterday, and she was saying how a lot of the time teenagers or children, when parents just take away the media from them, they get upset or they get angry. But working together, like you said, is a better solution to protect youth from the mental health aspects of social media.
Exactly, because I mean, the research shows parents can't truly like control everything that their teenagers are doing online. So it's better to have a team approach to using media versus restricting media use, because even if like a child can't watch any TV at home, they still go to school and they can watch something on their friend's phone or at recess or at their friend's house. So they're just gonna, it could be that they do it in secret, so there's other ways that they can access it. So we want to be able to have open conversations with young people about it instead of working against them.
Yes, definitely. And then my next question for you was, do you remember any of your findings when it came to like why the cyberbullying was happening in the media?
So let me think. My study really focused on 13 Reasons Why and more about parent perceptions of the show. So I didn't look at the causes of cyberbullying, but in my literature review, I did examine like the different forms of cyberbullying that was going on. So I wouldn't really be able to speak to that. But at the time I did my research, I found that 1 in 4 American teenagers um, witnessed cyberbullying online. And so that is a significant amount.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, growing up, there's so many different challenges and that people face. So I know that there's not just one answer to that. So
Yeah.
I don't want to give my guess since I didn't do my research on that part.
No, it's totally fine. Do you remember like what different types of cyberbullying? I know sometimes people just think, oh, like there's only one type of cyberbullying, but do you have any like opinions on the different types that go on?
Yeah, so the different types of cyberbullying and just harmful behavior online that I looked at was cyberbullying on, let's see, Facebook. There was also this game called Blue Whale that I talk about a little bit in my class. Um, so through this game, Blue Whale, it was like an online forum type game where players were given different sets of instructions to complete, and it included self harm. And the final task in the game was to commit suicide. And so a lot of lives were lost globally through this game. Um, I don't know if it's still around or not, but that was the most extreme example that I found because lives are being lost from this game. Another example I talked about, and I don't know, this isn't exactly cyberbullying, but it's harmful behavior online, would be people communicating through the app Kick. Um, some users pretending to be people that they're not, pretending to be young people. There have been, kidnappings happening from this app. So I guess my research, like my literature review, covered cyberbullying, but also other negative media effects.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely think the whole idea of kick is a big one because just online in general, a lot of people pretend to be who they're not, and it leads to many dangerous situations for youth because they don't know that that person's pretending to be someone else.
Yeah, and like another one is Snapchat, and I didn't include Snapchat in my research, but that's something I definitely would recommend looking at today. I mean, one of the most extreme examples there, or one of the most popular examples is with James Charles, that YouTuber makeup artist who would um, send photos to minors through that app. So there's some of that going on as well.